I get asked a lot, what is my favorite sort of equipment to use for walking dogs? So I want to talk about leashes first. Anytime I get started with a new client, one of the first things I recommend they get is a 15-foot leash. My preference is biothane. So this is a material that's kind of rubbery, but it's really strong, almost like a substitute leather. And the reason that I like it is that when it gets dirty and sandy, like if you're letting the dog drag it on a trail or something, it's really easy to wash off. And the company that I get them from, I order them from a small business and they make them to order. So they have brass hardware, which makes them last a really long time as well. I will say the only downfall is if your hands get wet, then this can be a little bit slippery. But the other side of that is that you won't burn your hand if your dog suddenly pulls you like you can with a cloth or nylon leash. So I use the long leash, honestly, pretty much with my dogs anytime we go for a walk. Now they have skills, right? So they're not gonna run to the end of the leash and yank me. They will respond if I call them back. So you do wanna have some baseline of skill and know how to handle this properly so you don't end up getting hurt by accident. I have to say, I have in the past, at least once, gotten a leash where a dog went around behind me unexpectedly, ran, and I got a big old leash burn across my ankle. So you do want to watch some videos or learn how to handle it properly, but it's much safer in my opinion than a retractable leash, the kind that roll up, because with this, if my dog is 10 feet away from me and I see a car coming, I can simply yank him back in, like reel him back in. With a retractable leash, it's a heck of a lot harder to do that because you're clicking the button and trying to get your dog back or burning your hand on the cord. Especially with puppies too that are kind of difficult to walk. They're not gonna walk along beside you on a 6-foot leash, when they're young. But if you give them some room to noodle around and give them a little bit of freedom, they're not gonna learn to pull because they don't have to. Most dogs pull because they wanna get a little further away from you and we're restricting them all the time. So 15-foot leash, 20 if you're really, don't mind handling a whole bunch of extra rope, if you will. And then the other thing is I like to use a 6 to 8 foot regular leash. This is leather. I usually buy biothane, but leather or biothane is fine. Again, you can do a cheap nylon one, that's okay, but I feel like the more you get into this, the more preferences you'll learn. So with this leash, I really only use that when we're going out in public places and I know that I'm gonna need my dog closer to me. I still wanna make sure it's at least 6 feet. My preference is 8 feet because then my dog has a little extra wiggle room if we get to a space where they can go out and sniff. Otherwise, I just use a little drag line from the dollar store, like a little cheapo, literally a dollar store leash that you don't care about. That's what I use on puppies in the house just to keep them kind of wrangled and make sure that I can get a hold of them when I need to. So that's my main leash preferences. Let me know what you think.